Hold on. Am I sinking?
Nope.
I'm not. I might be on a sinking ship here with you fucking clowns.
Diego Pendejo.
Scott White.
Oh.
Hello, me.
Oh, no.
Oh. Is that what we're doing?
We're going to do Megadeth.
All right.
Love Megadeth. When did they come out? 80?
They came in the
Five?
early
No,
80s,
no.
right after he got kicked out of Metallica.
Like 85, right? 85,
84,
86?
somewhere in there.
Somewhere.
84, 85, yeah.
Oh, pull it up on the Oracle.
It is. It's 84, 85. That's when he got kicked out.
So I would
mean, I
say
can tell you
about
exact
86. Maybe it was 85. Maybe it was "Killing Is My Business. Is Business Is Good," which is it's an okay album. It's got some
85.
good stuff.
Yeah, it's okay.
Got Kerry King on there.
Did really good in the charts. Came
What
out
did-
at 169.
What did Kerry King do in that album? You
Play guitar.
like on all the songs?
I don't think it's all the songs. I think he played some guitar in some of the songs.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually one of the only albums I think Kerry King ever really played on besides the Beastie Boys.
Huh. I didn't know that. That's weird. Look at you.
Very odd. I know.
Look at you, Mr.
Look at
Fountain
you,
of
Mr.
Knowledge.
Fucking Fountain of Knowledge, motherfucker.
Jeez, I'm
It's an
impressed.
okay album, but they didn't really hit anything
Yeah.
until they became until Peace Sells But Who's Buying, which is fucking amazing.
Peace Cells is where I first heard them, and I really enjoyed that record, that album, I should say, because it was just there's some good songs on there.
So,
Some
you
really
know
good
what? You know
songs,
what makes Megadeth really good is it. Well, see, here's the
There's
thing.
great guitar playing.
I have a thing. I always tell people, I really enjoy Megadeth more than Metallica, and people always ask me like, "Really?" I said, "Well," I said, "Megadeth." I said, "Number one, Dave Mustaine's a fucking amazing guitar player.
He's
An
unbelievable.
He's a very good
amazing
guitar player. He is really
Guitar
good.
player, songwriter.
He's a great songwriter. He may not be he may not be an amazing vocalist,
Terrible.
but it works.
No,
for-
no, no.
for
Great
Megadeth.
guitar player.
No.
Yeah.
He's
great. That's where I know. where
Great
you guys
guitar
are at.
player.
He's Geddy Lee-like on
Yeah.
the vocals. Yeah.
Geddy Lee's on
What are you
that
doing there,
album.
Twinkie Master?
Oh my god. Are we sponsored by Hostess?
I got to pass the time about
Oh
this
my
fucking
God.
If
bad
that's the
singing.
case, then I'm sponsored by Scissor Fight and Doritos.
I agree with you. Guitar playing, guitar writing,
Yeah,
riff
guitar writing,
guy's
and
fucking
I
master.
also believe they also have better and more consistent albums than Metallica does.
better recordings.
Yeah,
Better recordings.
The
I-
recordings are amazing.
I agree. They
but
are.
they're also on
They're
that.
consistent.
They're also on that wavelength that the first 4 albums were like
5 albums.
the
5.
the pinnacle.
No, 5 albums.
Well, they had Killing.
Their best
They
song-
had Peace Cells,
Peace
and they
Cells.
had So Far So Good So What, and
That was
then they
also
had
good.
Rust in Peace. So they had the Metallica
Countdown.
first 4 albums.
Countdown. to
Countdown was their Black album.
That's their number 1 album.
Yeah, but that was their Black
Right.
album.
I know, but
Black
it's
album is their number one album.
yeah. I guess so. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm right. So shut up.
I didn't say you were wrong.
Shut the fuck up!
Eat your fucking singers and shut up.
Shut your fucking pie hole.
So, but even after that, I mean, Megadeth made a bunch of albums. Like I loved Euthanasia. It was definitely more musical, more poppy, but I enjoyed it. It still has some pretty rad tunes on there.
Haven't
Then
they had different drummers along the way?
they had a lot of different drummers in the beginning. Then they solidified the lineup with Rust in Peace, which was the Nick Menza, and it was who's the fucking guitar player's name? Marty Friedman. So Marty Friedman, David Ellefson, and Nick Menza. So they did that one. They went from Rust in Peace to Countdown to Euthanasia to Cryptic Writings. Then they went into Risk, I believe. If I'm correct about the whole entire lineup. So they were there for a while, which was a great lineup. Nick Menza is no longer with us, unfortunately. Marty Friedman decided to move to Japan because he was really popular and he lives over there and he plays and he makes a shit ton of money.
Wow, good for him.
So yeah.
He's got a good gig going.
He does have a good
Good
gig
for him.
over there.
That's good.
He wears a Komodo and plays guitar, so he's good.
That's all it takes.
I got to say, Dave Mustaine is a fucking great guitar player. Like,
Great guitar player.
really good guitar player.
He's a talent to behold. I mean, look. Dave Mustaine also helped write most of Kill 'Em All and most of Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
No, guy's a genius.
Guy's a fucking just had a really bad drug problem. You know,
And he's the worst singer ever.
Yeah, he's terrible.
he's not only. But okay, here's the thing.
me.
But I like it because it worked. It worked.
Doesn't work.
It's like I
Doesn't work for
said.
me.
It's like I said. I've always said, your band, as long as your band is really good, you may not be the best vocalist, but if it works for your band, it works. And Mustaine is definitely works for that band.
For his band. Yeah.
For his band.
I
You
agree.
you couldn't stick him in another band and be like
No.
singing like Deep Purple tunes.
Nobody's gonna
like,
hire him
No.
or actually pick him out of a lineup for
Space
singing.
Jack,
The guy
yeah.
can't fucking sing.
He's just not a good
He
singer.
suffers from Geddy Lee syndrome.
Yeah.
Hey, sorry.
But
He's
Geddy
he's
Lee
a
was
great
good.
musician,
Geddy was
but
Geddy
he's not
Lee's
a great
lot.
singer.
Let's just
Geddy
give Geddy
Lee's a
Lee
lot
a little
what?
bit.
Geddy
you
Lee's
should give
a lot
him,
what?
You should give him a little more credit.
Geddy
'cause he
Lee's
works
better?
with Rush.
No, he's a terrible
Geddy
Geddy
singer.
Lee's better.
Terrible singer.
Really?
Yeah.
God damn, they both sound like fucking
No, you're a liar.
wounded
So
cats.
just so everybody knows, listen. Oh, shut the fuck up.
Sorry.
So just so so just so everybody knows, I have a philosophy that singers, okay,
He also has a
ruin
falafel.
90% of bands.
Oh my god, yes.
90% of bands, like so many bands are fucking phenomenal, and they have a really horrible singer.
Yeah, and then the dude opens his
Megadeth.
mouth.
You know,
Yeah, dude opens his
Megadeth,
mouth.
Rush.
I'm gonna tell you something. How
Keep
about
going,
this?
Keep going.
Let's see if you guys agree with me. I would say that Megadeth would be bigger than Metallica if Dave Mustaine would have found a proper singer.
Yeah.
A good
It's
singer.
It's a
That's pretty
possibility,
good.
but you know
no,
what?
there's no possibility. I mean, the guy is a fucking machine of
in
writing
the,
songs.
in the end, Megadeth is still the second biggest metal band in the world.
Yeah, but if
Are
they
number
had a
two?
better
Is it
singer,
official? Are they
Oh,
officially
they
number
they
two?
completely are. People know
But
who
Dean-
Megadeth. If you turn around and say Megadeth, and they'll turn around. Oh, I know Megadeth. It's the
Yeah,
the
no, no.
countdown. to
But hey,
extinction.
what if they had a different singer? Do you think
I-
they'd
I-
be the biggest?
They'd have
don't know.
they'd have
They're
to
right
be
there.
the biggest.
They're at the
There
doorstep.
was a time in Metallica when James Hetfield was going to not be in the band anymore, and they were going to get John Bush. Seems like John Bush was the only choice
The
for
go-to
most band.
guy.
The go-to guy.
Yeah.
Slayer was not gonna have Tom Araya sing anymore, so they were gonna go with John Bush.
Right.
And Metallica was not going to have a singer anymore, so they were going to go with John Bush. And Anthrax was going to have a singer, and they decided to go with John Bush.
Right.
Yeah.
And then, who knows? Maybe John Bush would have been the singer of fucking Megadeth. So that actually
That
kind
would have
of
been great.
Yeah,
I'd
that
love to
would've
hear
worked.
it.
I don't
I
know.
would love to-
I
I'd
don't
love
know.
to hear that.
I like John Bush, but I mean, I like the Anthrax that John Bush.
They could
did,
call it
but
Mega Bush.
Mega Bush, yeah.
Mega Bush.
So I think everything about Megadeth is great, minus the singing. I mean, the singing. is
Yeah,
bad.
but I still love all the record, and I think, and honestly, between Metallica and fucking Megadeth, Metallica has released way more consistent albums since
Metallica has released
Consistently
more consistent-
bad.
You mean Megadeth has released
Megadeth.
Megadeth.
Oh,
more
I'm sorry. Did I
consistent. You
miss?
said
did I
it backwards.
Metallica.
Yeah, you
I'm
fucked it up.
sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah,
I've
Jesus,
had
I
a
even
lot of
agree
beer.
with you on that one. I mean, Metallica only has 3 good albums. The rest of them are turds.
Megadeth has released very like a pretty consistent like plethora of fucking albums.
I agree, 110%.
And especially the last album was really good. I like 13 a lot. I thought those albums are like pretty tough as nails albums. And they came out with Risk, and then they did that Risk album, and then they did after that was what The System Has Failed, which has got some pretty fucking rad tunes on there. United Abominations, which is okay. It's got that Gears of War song on there.
The System Has Failed, 2004.
The system
I
has
mean, dude,
failed.
look at this. These guys are good, man. They're better. They're better than Metallica, and I'm going to
Dude.
tell you. And I'm going to tell you why. Look at this. So these are their albums and how they
World
charted.
Needs a Hero.
Their first
That's right, I forgot
album
about that
charted at 169, second 176, the third 128, the fourth 123. I'm just gonna go. Then position 2, position 4, position 10, position
Yeah, those are
16,
Great.
position
Like, holy shit.
16. That's in
Dude,
2001.
look.
Megadeth was dead in
For
2001.
a guy who got kicked out of
Hold on.
Metallica, he sure as fuck has
Way better.
proved
He's
that he can do it.
He's way better than Metallica. Look at this. In 2004, he released an album that charted at 18. In 2007, number 8. In
Wow.
2009,
That's
number
really impressive.
9.
He's
And
good.
in 20, look at this. They coincide with the year 2007, 8, 2009, 9, 2011, 11, 2013, number 6. And his last album, Dystopia,
Debuted at
came
number
out
3.
number 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
The
good.
guy's a fucking machine. Too
Yeah.
bad that he can't fucking sing for shit. Imagine.
He's a lot worse live nowadays,
Oh,
for sure.
he's
I've seen
worse
Megadeth.
live.
I've seen Megadeth a lot of times live, and he like I saw him do
Just can't-
Rest in Peace
he just
live,
can't
and it
pull
was
it
just
off.
he just can't pull it.
Yeah.
Off. He
He's
has a hard
old.
time. He's
Okay,
old.
so
A lot of drugs.
He got yelled. I got
Lot of
yelled. I
abuse.
got
He
yelled
abused-
at by Dave Mustaine.
he's
Did
I was
say
just
that?
He
gonna,
abused
I was just
himself.
gonna go into some. We got. Do you have a Megadeth story?
No.
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 Dean does.
Yeah, good.
Speed dial. Is this a speed dial story?
This is well, maybe. So I'm not going to name the bands, but I'm friends with some bands, and I was
Got him on speed dial.
I got
Speed dial. Speed dial.
whatever. But I got pretty drunk, which I normally used to do back in the day. And I mean,
What are
this
you
is
talking
you-
about? You're
this is
drunk
you.
right now. What
I'm
the
probably
fuck?
yeah,
Hey,
yeah,
What is
yeah.
all this bullshit?
Well,
back
like
in
when
the
I
day?
went, yeah, cheers, right?
Back in the day, yeah.
Do-do-do-do. Okay, so basically, I used to take my cousin to shows. So we get in there and we go backstage, we chill out with the bands. Now, the band I was with, they had, I swear to God, their tour bus was the same as Megadeth's tour bus. I didn't know it was Megadeth's tour bus, so I was walking up there and I was drunk.
Oh, you walked up to the wrong tour bus.
I walked up to Megadeth's tour bus, and I didn't know it was Megadeth's tour bus.
Awesome.
So I knock on the door, and I went to go open the door, which is always was open before. So we went to go open the door. I'm like, bum, bum, bum. I'm like, yo, guys, let me in, dude. like, door's locked. Like, so I'm like banging on, like, yo, guys, open the fucking door, dude. And fucking this lady comes out, and she comes out. She goes, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "This ain't my tour bus." and she goes, who are you looking for? I'm like, beep, And I'm only blocking them out to save you guys. You guys know who you are.
Cindy Lauper.
And it's Cyndi Lauper. And they're like, "Oh no, that's over there." And I go, "Oh my God, it's the same bus." And they're like, "I know, right?" And they're like,
they all rent them from the same place.
And
They all look the same.
little did I know, Dave is standing right over there. I didn't recognize he had a neck brace on. He like
Neck
he's
brace.
in his fucking bathrobe. He goes, "What do you want?
No.
Who do you work for?"
He didn't say it that deep. He was like, "What do you want? Who do you
No.
work for?"
So I turned around. And
He's a Disney character now.
so he's like fucking. So he's like yelling at me, and I'm like, "Dave, you're being a dick, but I love your music," like that. And I walked away. So I told the guys later on, I said, "Yeah, I got yelled at by Dave." And they go, "Why?" So what did you do? And it's like, I tried to walk on their bus. I thought it was this bus. They're like, "Oh no," like that. And like, apparently they never heard about it ever since. But
That's a good story.
it was pretty
That's
funny.
good.
I
But
got no story. That's a great one.
apparently I didn't know because I was drunk. So my cousin told me that when I said, "Hey, you're being a dick, but I love your music," he turned around and said, "Thank you." So apparently that's what my cousin tells me. I don't know if I believe that. I think Dave was like, "Ah, fuck you,
No,
But-
Dave's not that bad.
But you wouldn't recognize it because he had his hair up and he had a neck brace on. He had a bathrobe on. So it was just like, what the fuck, dude? I was like, that's Dave Mustaine? And dude, it was funny because they would tell me stories about Dave Mustaine. He would cook breakfast in the morning, come out in his bathrobe, and it's like the shit you hear about,
Yeah.
like this is the way he is on his on tour is pretty funny. But yeah, I got yelled at by Dave Mustaine. It was pretty funny.
That's cool. I have a rather indirect Megadeth story. I was roadie for a local band called Meat Locker
Ooh,
back
I
in
like
the day.
those guys.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
kind of
They weren't as bad as
Talk about
kind
fun
of like
band.
a fun band for sure.
Fuck.
they weren't as
kinda-
bad
kinda-
as Junk Ruffle.
Kind of hardcore. No, definitely not. And so they got the opening slot for Megadeth, who was playing as this outdoor thing up in Daytona. And
I did not go to that.
so we go up there, and they're getting ready to play. It's like an outdoor stage, like amphitheater type thing. And Meat Locker they were, let's just say, a beer band.
Yeah, dude, they were great.
And they had a song called Beer Riot. And so we're getting set up. We're setting up all this stuff. And Megadeth's tour manager comes up, and they come on stage, and they say, "Look, all the, some of the guys in the band are on, they're in
Rehab.
rehab, recovery, whatever. No, there's no drinking.
Don't you be in
you-
front of them?
You cannot have any any beer on the stage. Okay.
Did
They
do
didn't
the
know.
leaks?
They didn't know who the fuck. Everybody got
Yeah.
leaks, and they didn't know who the fuck they were talking to. So they're like, "Oh yeah, okay, cool, no problem." So then, right then, the singer Rodney, he looks at me and he goes, "Get 8 pitchers of beer, keep them low, and be ready." And
That's awesome.
I'm like, okay. So we went and we got 8 pitchers of beer because they got a song called "Fucking Beer Riot," and whenever they play this song,
Yeah, it's a beer riot.
it's a beer riot.
Yeah.
So they like halfway through their set, he fucking looks at me. He gives me, I'm like, got you, And I look at the other guy, and he's like, yeah. So they start the song, and we just bring up the pitchers of beer, and this motherfucker goes, he grabs like 2 pitchers of beer and is like, like this, just throwing beer all over the fucking stage.
Oh no!
And they stopped
Awesome.
the band. Like there was just beer all over fucking everything, and it's like it was really one of the most punk rock moments I've ever been a part of.
And then
you know,
they
and
were
then
yelled at.
Oh, we got they're like, just shut them off, fuck you, and they just shut it down. They're like, get off the stage.
Oh, yeah, because that's so rock and roll.
It was great.
Yeah, Dave Mustaine, we're gonna stop the concert.
They're just throwing beer all over the
beer,
equipment,
yeah.
though. That's
They can't smell beer.
Stop it.
Stop.
Bunch of
Dave, you
fags.
pussy.
Yeah, pussies, man. Pussies. That's exactly what that is. Yeah.
Hey, whatever. They had problems, dude.
They did. They had problems, but
But
it's not my fucking problem. What, I can't party because he can't party? I mean,
yeah, no.
this is the United States capitalism.
You know,
They didn't know who
I'm
they
gonna
were
tell.
dealing
I'm gonna
with.
tell you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you a funny story. I hung out with Alice Cooper's band. And
Got him on speed though.
Speed dial. I was gonna say, who did you not fucking hang out
Well,
with?
Skid Row.
Alice Cooper, really?
I didn't hang out with Alice Cooper. I hung out with the band, Chuck Garrick and.
Would you-
Did you meet?
you
What's that
did-
guy's name? Kane.
Yeah. What did you?
No, he's not. He hasn't been in the band.
You
since
didn't
the
hang out
80s.
with Alice. Who'd you
Kane
fucking
Roberts,
Who'd
yeah.
you hang out with instead of Alice?
No,
Frank
Chuck Garrick.
the Butcher or something?
Oh no, he has a bunch of other guys that have been in the band for a long time. But Chuck Garrick's like one of the main dudes. He's been there for a long, long time. But I asked him about that. I said, well, because Alice is over 40 years sober.
Yeah, he used to big time.
Yeah, but he
Big
turned,
problem.
and I asked him, I said, well, does he mind you guys going out and doing things? Does he stop you guys from doing that stuff? And they go, no, actually, he would never tell us not to unless there was a problem. He would tell you,
That's
he
respectable.
goes, no, go, you guys go do your thing.
Yeah, if you want to party,
Don't come back a sloppy mess.
He goes, just don't come back as, that's what he says.
Yeah.
As long as you're professional.
and you don't fuck up the
I don't
show.
care what you do, as long as you're professional and you don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
Right, and you
But
don't
he
screw
goes,
up
but
the performance.
even though if you do get in trouble, we'll talk. We'll see how we can help you out.
That's a mature.
And that's a
individual.
very
Yeah.
you're talking about a guy who's been in the music business, who's seen a lot of people die from addictions.
Sure.
So, but you can't stop other people as long as and it's okay to party. It's and that's the thing about
Well, I mean, I thought that
rock
was
and roll.
that was part of it. Part of it is the party aspect.
Some of
I
it
mean,
is the party aspect, but there are people who get trapped in that party aspect of it, where they don't know how to handle it, and then they get trapped in that. And I understand that because there's people that's their life, and like, well, gee, I don't know what to do with myself. Someone's just like Ozzy Osbourne. He doesn't know what to do with himself.
Right.
He gets
Yeah.
so he's constantly struggling with addictions because he just doesn't know this is what he was used to. This is sober is not really fun. Especially if you're fucking used to partying
If you're
like a
used
fucking
to being
animal.
fucked up all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're used to fucking look,
That's how I feel now.
when I used to play
Anyway,
when I used to play with my band, I still will go out there and drink and have a good time because it's my only time I actually ever get to go out and do it. But if I was on the road all the time, I don't think I would lead down to the road of addiction because I'm a little bit past that age range of doing that. But
It
if
still
you were
wears you down quick.
young, it'll wear you down quick. And sometimes some people get caught in that loop cycle. And Dave Mustaine definitely got caught in that loop cycle.
Yeah.
well, all the guys from that era. I mean,
A lot of people from that
time.
era.
Well, I mean,
Because
like
you'd be
band.
shocked. 'Cause-
Metallica, like James and Jaeger, and
the
shit,
Jaegers and the
Yeah.
Alcoholica.
Yeah.
But I mean, you'd be shocked now. Like nowadays, a lot of the bands are very, very mild.
But James still has the fucking problem.
He still has a problem because that's you're so rich, you don't know what to do yourself.
He's got different problems.
He's
now.
got a different.
He's making
problems.
coffee tables and falling off of his jet ski. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't.
I know.
He's having other people
He is.
build
He's
really,
making
really
coffee
big
tables
cars.
and
I
making
mean,
coffee
honestly,
tables.
those guys. I
Oh,
mean,
he's a honey farmer.
He makes fucking
He's-
coffee
he has
tables,
bees.
bro. I just saw one. He
He has
released it like
bees.
the other day.
but like
Anyways,
I
we're on
said,
Megadeth.
you know,
Anyway,
but,
the point, Megadeth.
but Megadeth, you know, and he had addictions, which you know I respect. I mean,
Sure.
look, I would like, if
Of
that was
course.
me as punk rock as that would have been with Meat Locker doing that, I would have respected the fact that hey,
You should have let him play.
you know, just like I'm not gonna fuck you guys up with fucking alcohol and shit like that because you know I get it.
Yeah, what does he care? He's he's not
You
even
know.
there.
He probably didn't even know.
Yeah, he probably even knows.
He knows, they know because they're watching. Because you know a lot of those guys.
Trust me, they weren't watching Meat Locker.
Well,
Yeah,
they
they're
probably
not watching
no,
fucking-
probably not. But like I said, it's just
They're out back on their bus.
So yeah, I mean, I love Megadeth. I'm not a fan of the singing. That's the only thing.
I love Megadeth and I like the singing. I think it's cool with the records. A lot.
Hello, me.
Yeah, it's kind
It's cool. It's cool because you know you can make fun of it, but you know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I guess so.
I guess.
I can go with that.
Yeah. So in the
Yeah.
end, and in the end, with me, with Megadeth is the fact that I enjoy their albums. I enjoy the music they write. I even thought Risk was a better album than Load. It's got some good tunes on there. I
Mhm.
mean,
I mean,
it's
I'm not
perfect-
gonna shut it off.
No,
You know what I mean?
in the end, Megadeth is I think is a better band than Metallica.
Band wise, as far as if you take the entire discography, yes,
Yeah.
they're better.
Yeah,
100%.
I agree.
1,000%.
I don't like them, but I agree.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
don't like them either, but
But I'll tell you
couldn't-
what, like when Peace
couldn't
Cells
disagree.
came out, like I played the fuck out of that.
It's a
Like,
great album.
Peace
It's
Cells
a
is a great
great
album, and I think
album.
Rest in Peace. Kill 'em. So far so good. So what? Not so much. It's got some good.
They
songs
got
on it.
more and more technical, from the Peace Cells era after, like it got more and more
I don't know if they got
intricate.
technical.
I don't
They
know.
got
so far
fancy.
so good. So what was a very cocaine fueled album.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think they
yeah.
got technical. They just got fancy, like the way that was recorded.
Yeah,
It
like,
was fancier
I
recording.
think that's what I liked
Well, they
about.
got very fancy with Euthanasia.
You know what I mean,
Euthanasia
like
was
the-
Yes.
literally like there's a
There was-
documentary on Euthanasia when they made that album where they were
Yeah.
literally studying the notes and making
Yeah.
sure the notes were correct.
Oh my god,
Well, you got to play this
that's
note
stupid.
over
Yeah,
here.
they got-
That's like some Metallica
they got
over
fancy.
fucking
Hey,
things
Hey,
and
let me
shit.
tell you,
They
ain't
got-
nothing.
they got
I just recorded vocals and and I can tell you right now, man, just going back over one part where you have to get that one part just right, you're just like, fuck, I
Yeah.
fucked it up. Now I got to do it again. And you're like, oh, it's just so
Damn
so
it,
tough.
Dave Mustaine must do each part 1,000 times
No, I
over.
wouldn't
'cause
doubt
he's
it.
terrible.
I wouldn't.
You know?
Well,
sorry,
vocally-
Dave. But he
Maybe.
knows
He
he's bad. He knows he's
can't
fucking.
sing.
He knows he can't sing.
But Dave, you're a
It's
fucking
nothing new.
awesome guitar
Yeah.
player. So
I'm gonna give him a great rating, even though I'm not.
Let's
a
do
huge,
some
I'm not a
ratings.
huge fan, but
let's do some ratings and be out.
yeah,
Okay.
definitely C minus.
C minus.
Yep, which I think is great because
I'm
solid fucking band.
I'm actually gonna give him a C.
All right.
A C, because you know what? Like I honestly can't listen to his vocals, but I appreciate how fucking good the band is in whatever iteration. Like all the different versions of the band, with different drummers or whatever, have all been good.
Yeah.
And they're great fucking guitar players, and they're more consistent than the Metallica songs. So it's kind of fucked up because I gave Metallica a high rating. I gave him a B minus.
Yeah.
I was gonna give Megadeth a C because I'm really not a big fan.
You're
But
not a
now
fan,
that
yeah, you
but
don't
now
like
that
it.
we've talked about it,
You can't give him a B. You don't listen to him.
no, I don't.
Yeah,
I
so
don't.
you can't give him a B.
I'll give him a C.
Yeah.
I'll give him a solid C.
I just gave him a C minus.
Right in
'Cause I really dislike his singing, but I love
do too.
I love everything.
I do too. Dean?
So I think that's a high score for something that I really dislike.
Dean's got some fire in his eye.
I have a fucking genuine dislike for his singing.
I do too. I don't care.
So
B
what?
plus.
B
Good, but you like the singing, so that's good.
I don't mind the singing. You don't
Yeah,
bother me.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't like them live, but they're
Ooh, wow, that's harsh.
well. It's just because it just doesn't sound right live. I don't know what
He's
it
just
is.
old and
It's
fucking
just
worn out.
old. It
Old
doesn't
and
work.
fucking out, bro.
But it worked. Look, and let's just face it. I listen to them a lot more on the albums than I do as a live band. I've seen Megadeth maybe about 5
But I
times.
mean, what's your gripe with the live show? The singing.
His singing.
Yeah,
His
because his
singing,
guitar,
but
his
sound
guitar
is-
playing is amazing.
The sound is not that good. The
Yeah.
sound is kind of like weak. It's not as as heavy as it should be.
Right.
The sound, they need to tweak they need a good sound guy. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but they don't sound right live. We sound very
Tinny?
Yeah.
Hollow?
very tinny, very high end.
Yeah.
Not enough low end.
Well, but that's because the LSD, the lead singer, he has LSD and he plays guitar. He doesn't play bass. I mean, if he played bass, you'd hear a lot of bass and singing, right?
Well, I mean,
So-
the bass player they have is fucking probably one of the best metal bass players out there. Is fucking Dave Elves.
He's very
he's
good.
fantastic.
Even though he
Yeah.
plays
And
he's
with the
hung in
pick,
there.
he's good.
And he's hung in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hung. Is that what
Fucking
he
He's
Pick.
hung in there.
said? No.
Pick player.
It's all right. You
He's
can be a
still
pick
good.
player.
You-
He's still
you-
fucking-
you-
no,
pick
you
player,
know,
stop
you
it.
Still's got some of the best bass lines.
you
Yeah,
have to
he's-
be a pick player in that band.
Yeah.
Come
You
on,
have to be.
bro.
It's fine. I play with
You
Vic,
can't-
so I'm
you
okay.
can't
What are you
be-
gonna fucking
you can't.
finger that stuff? I mean, come on,
can't.
you can't finger.
Yeah.
You can't finger at that speed.
You can.
Ask my exes. They know
You
things.
hear those leaks? You hear all those leaks? Please.
Diego's springing leaks left and right this day.
There you go.
This
Hey,
fucking
yeah.
day.
But
all right, let's.
in the end, I think that's Megadeth for us.
Yeah, I like Megadeth. I like him.
like. So, what'd you give him? A
B
B?
plus.
A B plus.
I
All
gave him
right.
a C minus.
I give him a
I have
C.
to give them a little better rating than Metallica because Metallica, they just are not very consistent with everything.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Let us know what you think.
Like and subscribe.
Who do you like better, Megadeth, Metallica? Let us know.
Yeah.
Or Butthole Surfers.
Or Butthole Surfers. Oh, hey,
Ooh,
we're gonna
Butthole
talk about
Surfers.
them one of these days.
Those are good guys.
All right. Everybody, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell
Thank
your
you.
enemies. Tell
Over
your
now.
mom. And
Ooh, tell your mom.
Tell your mom.
Mommy.
She might already know.
She already knows.
All right, we're out. Adios.
Bye.